All right, my people, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you are all doing well. What's going on with my microphone? There we go. Nabil, CP, how are you doing? Slimy, welcome. Thank you very much for liking the live as well. Let's do that. Oh, my camera's maybe a bit too much. There we go. Bit more of that. Bit more of that as well. There you go. And let's get some Spotify going. Where's Spotify? Windows is an interesting app. It sometimes does the things that you want it to do completely fine, and it sometimes does what doesn't really make sense. But that's Windows for you, man. Shout out to Windows. I feel like they're trying their absolute hardest to get people to move to what's it called, Linux or any other operating system. Anywho, we are back on the Frankenbahn today. We're getting very close to finishing it. Before I do that though, let me start this. And in faith, open this. Whether it works for Frankenbahn yet or not, I actually don't know. But we will find out. Also, third rails so that I can actually show where we are live. So how are you guys doing? How are things? How's your week been? How has life been? How has your health been? How has everything been? Multiplayer radar track, please. Onto the map so I can minimize that and get us tracking. Thank you very much, Nabil, for the bits. What a guy. As per usual, the audio for it is not on my side, but I've seen it. But it appeared on the screen, and hopefully you heard the audio, but you're going to hear it again if you haven't heard it already. Boom, Mr. LWD Adnan. Boom, and follow. Thank you very much. You'd shift to measure the distance, huh? Don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. There we go, you see? You see? It woke up eventually, man. There we go. Thank you very much, Nabil, man. Genuinely appreciate that, boss, man. Many more of those to come soon, yeah? Many more of those to come soon. Thank you for the extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The minimum, I think, is like 10 or 100 or something. I don't know. To have like the voice. Yeah, there you go. So whatever you did there, that one. I think it's either 10 or 100. I think it's 10. Could be 100. I don't know. I don't remember, man. And I've opened the wrong bloody the wrong chapter. Anyway, smoothie for today. Kiwi, cucumber, apple, matcha. DB. Right, back to the main menu, please. You didn't hear it. You should. Oh, sorry. I haven't got the audio from my end. So now it should work. Give me a minute. Let me double check it. But it should work. But yeah. Anyway, the what's the minimum TTS came through. Oh, hold on a second. It's added an extra thing to my audio mixer, which blocked my video capture sound. There you go. Oh snap! Are you going in, bro? Oh, payday already or what? What are we saying? I know if it's like that, you can bother me, bro. Hey, listen, if it's gonna be like that, bother me today. CP, back to TSW5, TSW6 has terrible performance. Interesting, no problem, bro. That is something I've actually heard quite a bit, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, it makes perfect sense, man. Whatever works for you, boss man. Right, we've got one more journey run on this chapter, Screw Bucket. And then we've got the rest of them over on Trains and Automobiles, which I guess is going to be a ton of freight and maybe shunting, I don't know, but definitely freight, which I'm actually not opposed to at all. Let's get cracking, man. Don't get used to it. No, no, oh, I should. What do you mean don't get used to it, bro? Things are about to change. Things are about to change, okay. Come on, man. Yes, you're certified now. You're certified. Let's go, man. Right. We're really kicking off with a night run. I don't want to do... No, you know what? I don't mind the night runs. You can see better than USC and before, right? Now that I've got Jetwash's mod running, it's better than it was before, I believe. If it's trash, let me know. And I guess I'll do a... I'll find something in the daytime. But the dilemma is with, like, not doing any night runs. Thank you, CP, for the prime. 13 months. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you for the dot as well. Nice. And that coupled with the Bills bits has kicked off a hype train. Thank you. Right. Ebula. Is it going to work on this route? I don't think so. I think it's actually automatically meant to work. I'm not going to lie. Not with every single route in the game. Not with every single route. But I believe, if I've understood it correctly, there are routes that it has been, that it's done it for. That it's done the Ebula stuff for. Unless I'm meant to, like, get it from somewhere. But nothing here works. So I don't think so. I think it's just meant to display. Yeah, nothing that I'm pressing here works. I believe the contrast, yeah, the contrast works. Brightness doesn't. Yeah, that's it. Should I get to you bit siege having a shit? No, don't do that to me, man. What's your beef with this train? Also, I do want to try something. So when it finally is working, let me try something real quick. Okay. So now I can have this, like, I can have this always showing somewhere, even as I'm playing the game. So when it finally does work, I will have it, like, I'll have it somewhere. I do wonder what routes it works. Oh, I'm going to have to turn the bollocks off because I accidentally started the training chapter thing, module. Okay, there we go. Right, brakes are off. Let's go, man. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. I don't have electric power in my house since yesterday. What's going on in Portugal, CP? What's new? Because you haven't come in and told us any badness that's been going on. And now you said that you haven't had any power in your house since yesterday. What's happening, boss? Personal beef. Okay, so basically, what I'm hearing realistically, Nabil, is that regardless of what I would have picked to drive, you would have had personal beef with it. Am I correct in thinking that? Again, if volumes are off, if anything is not right with the stream, please do let me know. A little reminder, festive special Christmas stream on Monday. That should be posted publicly very soon, and not from my side. But yes, I probably should put something in the Discord about that from now, rather than, I don't know, Sunday night. Things are about to change. Amen, bro. Well, yes, from that side, yes, but that's not what I'm talking about either. Things are also about to change in other areas. Hey, life's changing, you know. Life's looking good for you right now, boss. You deserve it, bro. Honestly. God is good, man. Yesterday there was a total failure in my zone, but it was solved for everyone except you. Wow, look at that luck. So I think the electric system in my house. So is somebody going to come and check it, CP? Or are you now just living in the 1800s with candles instead? About time. Yeah, honestly, boss. Honestly, man. No more relying on Too Good To Go. Now we can order from the menu. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie, them too good to go deals, yeah, are crazy, bro. The last time I don't use them often, but the last time I used it, I was with the wife, and we went to like a proper high end restaurant and got like some ridiculous quality. It was like foods, like starters, mains, and desserts for a ridiculous deal. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not gonna lie, when they were taking out the food for us, I could see that there was so much more. Do you get it? And if there was everything that was, if it was everything that I saw that was gonna get thrown away, yeah, they might as well have. You know what I'm saying? They might as well have just thrown it all in. Why are you being stingy for? If you're gonna end up, if you're gonna give it away anyway. Oh, we are coming up to a red actually. The guy's gonna check in some. Okay, good. Hopefully he comes and checks and resolves. You know, a lot of the time with these type of people in these type of situations, they'll come, they'll have a look and say, okay, well, I'm gonna come on another day. I'm gonna come next week. I'm gonna come in 2 weeks because I need the right parts or whatever reason. I know it's Christmas as well right now. So, what was that about? Did I miss a yellow? I must have missed a yellow. I must have missed a yellow. Was it here? What did I miss? It wasn't Sifa. What did I miss? There's no signal there. No signal on this post. But there's no signals. Okay. I'm not too sure. Hey, Sammy. What's good, my man? How you doing? I'm not too sure what that was about, actually. I'm not too sure what that was about, but we'll get moving again. How you doing, Sammy, mate? How's family, including the pup? You know, anytime I ask about family, it's the missus and the pup. How's work? How's health? Sending to work as there's no work to do. Let's go. Hey, listen. Listen. Take these moments when you can, because there are times when you'll be just drenched in work, and then there are times like these when there's not really much to do, but you're still getting paid, and it's like it balances out at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So rest, take it easy. Shelves are still full of fresh food rolls and cakes. I'll most likely be thrown away if stayed there. The bags have already been packed. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. I'm not gonna lie. I saw a documentary. They showed us in school this documentary when I was very young, when I was like 14, 15. And it was basically about the good food that supermarkets throw away. And I honestly like was on a mission to like search the bins. And people actually do it. There are like Instagram pages and TikTok pages like with people making a living like this. Tempted to go to the bins of supermarkets and just get all the good food. Like, it's bin raiding, yes, but you're getting something that's completely fine. You're getting free food that's completely fine. Refuse to use my annual leave for nothing. Absolutely not. That was literally me. When I used to work my previous job, they would try and make me take it so that they could, like, it was for their own gain, basically. Long, complex reason. But long story short, it was for their own gain. I was always like, what? No. I don't need a holiday right now. I need to actually work. Because I believe the holiday pay was, like, reduced pay. And then when I actually needed to take a break, I can have the break there. But not now. I need annual leave, but you've made me use it all up, and now I'm stuck. I'm just stuck with no choice. Although, to be fair, even with my current job, as nice as the job is, they also sort of enforce their own annual leave on you, and if you want it changed, you have to work with like colleagues to swap. But I don't think like once they've released their dates for you, it sort of is what it is. I wish CSG would do more than roots, but I have to be content. Yeah, that's a good point, you know. That's a good point, man. A modern German route by TSG would be class. But who knows, man? Maybe they can sort of expand the team a little bit and then get to a point where, with the same quality, they build both historical and modern day routes as well. My January is very busy, so making the most of it. Dumpster divers, is that the proper term? Whatever it is, man. I was really prepared to do it. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key still kind of am. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to actually do it, but if the opportunity presented itself, oh man, absolutely, absolutely. Hiatus. Yo, bro, the 420 at this point is just retired, man. There ain't no break. It's not on a holiday. It's not on a hiatus. It's retired. When I ran a coffee shop, I just used to bag up the good stuff and leave it by the back door. Really? But Sammy, did they know that it was available? Like, would you open up the next morning, or whoever would open up the next morning find it like there, or would it actually be taken and taken by those people rather than, you know, bin men, for example? That train will either get abandoned or released in 7 years. I don't know, man. It might end up like the 104. It basically at this point is in the same bucket as the 104. To be honest, let's not kid ourselves. The tram in my city is completely chopped in less than 1 week. 2 deaths. Jesus Christ, and there are accidents every single day. I wouldn't be surprised if they just remove it, man. I don't know why the tram got removed from London way back when whatever decade it was in. But I can only imagine safety has something to do with it. Oh, you'd leave a note on it. Head office hated it, but like, bro, I don't know what it is with these corporations and like just being so not just like what's the word? Not just like in the middle, like they don't like it and they don't dislike it. But why are they so against it? I've never understood. Even when I used to work for Subway, it was like heavy on the like don't sort of give away food kind of thing, even when it would make perfect sense to. And I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand it in the slightest. Like, it's going to get thrown away. Are they worried that people are going to stop buying and start waiting by the bins or start waiting for freebies? I don't know. Like Tesco, I think they do it a little bit now, but not like definitely not like they used to. Because when I was broke, this thing came so super clutch. Remember the end of the day at Tesco Express, I think even Sainsbury's were doing it, the small Sainsbury's. Just little mini supermarkets. It would get to like an hour or an hour and a half before closing, and then any bakery that's left, any sandwiches that are expiring the next day, they would put them super cheap. Like something that would be £2 something, you'd find it for like 30p, 20 something p, 40p. And that was obviously to prevent waste, but they don't do that no more. I've seen a little bit of it here and there, very scarcely and very rarely, but they don't do it like they used to anymore. But I'm assuming that the level of waste is still the same. The level of stuff that gets thrown away is still the same. Yeah, Nabil and I were literally talking about it, Sammy, just before you popped up. I was telling him how the last time it was, you know the cafe, it's a cafe called, what's that really posh one? And they got a few of them around Knightsbridge. Faya? Is it Faya? It's like pink. It's got like a pinky sort of like, it's like a girly pinky like look about it. But anyway, it was that cafe. And they had like for 20 quid we got like 2 cakes, like really nice cakes, really nice big slice of cake. Some salmon like bagel things, I think, or some sandwiches or something like that, like a baguette style thing. There were some other things as well. I think like some breakfast items, and it banged. Like super good deal, super good deal. It wasn't Fair Cafe. That's a different one. I forgot the bloody name of it, but it's got a very unique aesthetic about it. And it was the one literally right by Harrods as well. So it's like the posh of the posh, which made the deal even sweeter. I think I need to make a bit more use of the app. The issue I have with it is that it obviously only operates like within a limited time frame. So I can't just a random hour of the day. I don't know. Maybe I need to take a look at it. But when I was looking at it before, it seemed like it would be a certain time before a particular store closes. So usually in the evenings, whereby at that time I've eaten all there is to eat. But I'll have a look for. I'll have a closer look at it. Maybe there are stuff that I can sort of make the most of during the day. Yeah, absolutely you can. Absolutely. Oh man, that the slices of cake, yeah, I'm telling you, mate. Like, if I believe they would be like £7 or something by themselves, if I remember correctly, like for a slice of cake. A good deal always tastes sweeter, man. I really like the lighting around here. I'm a big fan. Maybe that's where I need to start looking, Sammy. Maybe that's where I need to start looking. Because so, like, from memory, I remember seeing things like Greg's, which obviously closes quite early, with the exception of the Leicester Square branch. And like, yeah, like literally like little like cafes and stuff like that. So I think I just need to expand my horizons a little bit, be prepared to travel a bit if necessary. For the sake of a good deal, why not, man? Who doesn't love a good deal, man? We're Londoners. Nabil too. Nabil's a Londoner as well. You got Nabil, and he's not here at the moment, but Els, who I haven't seen in a while, to be fair. I haven't spoken to in a while either. That's all I know from memory. Talking of flight sim, I came close. I started looking at videos of like controller settings, like people on YouTube that had made videos of like the best settings for controller, etc. And then it put me off. I'm not gonna lie. There's just so much. It was just like, whoa. Let me chill a bit, man. And then I'll see. I'll have a little think about it. So many keybites, and obviously because it's a controller with limited buttons compared to a keyboard or a some sort of peripheral. There's a lot of like you press these two things together, then you press those two things together, and you press these two things together, and then you press those two things together for this and for that and for this and for that, and it was just a lot. But I know that it's achievable. That's the main thing. I know that it's achievable. So I've got less of an excuse now. Ultimately, it would just take getting used to. Once I play somewhat regularly, if I do, then I'll start learning all the keybinds off by heart. And then beyond that, I could then start sort of setting things more to my liking. So yeah, my excuses are running out, to be fair. Because I would be content right now with 2020. And then if I end up playing it, and then if I get into it properly, and I see it as something I'll be playing long term, then there's no excuse for me not to pick up 2024, I think. I don't know if the taps are actually doing anything or whether I'm just going downhill and that's what's making me accelerate. No, I don't see, no, nothing's happening. It's got really dark, Jesus. Cool, so... Are we good? I can hear something going on in the background, but I'm not seeing anything on the gauges in front of me change. Did I accelerate while the brakes were still on? Because that is what usually would lock you out. Let me go back to 0 and just leave it there for a bit. Perhaps something needs to reset somewhere. I hope it doesn't need me to stop the train and then start going again. That's gonna suck. Smells a lot greener than it tastes. Like, it smells a bit like grass, but then the taste is actually pretty okay. Yeah, I think landing smoothly is a matter of, from the little experience I have, a matter of experience. I don't know if you've done the Cessna. I don't know what the training modules are like. Are you doing the training modules at all? Because when I was doing the training module for the Cessna, that teaches you sort of all you need to, well, all of what you need to know about landing in Cessna, but it's enough to sort of carry forward to perhaps a bigger plane, like the flaps that you need to set. You need to be set to the speed of approach, the angle, all the little quirks. No, I'm not getting any power. Oh, wait, are we? Yes, at last. Whatever it was that needed to be reset has reset itself. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna lie, with regards to the airliners, what's 2024 like? Because I remember from 2020, they were trash. They were literally trash. Like, they went all out with the Cessna, and then when it came to the airliners, there was just like one. If I remember, even if it was just one very basic training module. I don't remember what the purpose of it was, but I just remember it being one minor thing that taught you nothing about actually flying, you know, starting up, preparing, fly, basically doing all the things that you did with the Cessna, but in an airliner. And I found that was really like lackluster and quite poor actually from Microsoft. The bouncing. From my from my very limited experience, it could be that your, I don't know if speed would have anything to do with it. I'm not sure if it would be that you're coming too fast, I assume that could be a reason for it. I don't remember everything now. I don't remember all the other issues that I had when I struggled with that. Speed was definitely a factor. Are your flaps set correctly? Because that helps with the approach. It sort of almost, in a way, it almost sort of does a lot of the work for you. But yeah, I think most of it will be time. Also, just have a look at some tutorials. I'm sure if it's one thing that there are going to be tons of tutorials and videos about on YouTube, it's going to be landing. I'm certain of it. I would assume starting up a plane and landing it are probably the things that people need the help with the most. But it's quite surreal, hey, having the whole map, having the whole world as the map. Also, if there's any chance that you can strap up a VR headset, try it. It's incredible. Els, yo, literally just mentioned you, bro. How you doing, my guy? Well, there's Els, Sammy. Els, as a flying expert, as a flying as a pilot, as a pilot. If someone has an issue with their landing, where they tend to bounce a lot upon the landing, what would be the solution? Now, I know one of them is to be hired by Ryanair, but let's say the focus was actually on uh, improving the landings. What would be your advice? What, as in you physically lean while you're flying? That's great. That reminds me of like early 2000s racing games. Whenever you like have like a big family, whenever you're like with a lot of family, and everyone wants to go on the racing games, and then you'll see all the people, mainly the girls, all the people who are not gamers, turn their whole body while they race. That was a throwback, man. There's one very specific experience I have in mind from Morocco. Dipping the nose, even I would tell you, dipping the nose is not a good idea. You sort of have to trust you have to trust your instrument panels. You have to trust don't trust what you see out of the windscreen. Trust your instrument panels. Because what I learned was that I would land when it looks like I'm still a good like 15 meters up in the air, and then I would just hear the wheels go. That was something I had to get used to. But being in VR actually helps with that, because obviously I'd look to my left, I'd look to my right out of the window, and then that would give me a bit better idea of my bearings. Yeah, I can imagine that wouldn't help, especially with flying, even virtually. Even virtually, you listen. Either fly in real life or fly virtually. You can't do, but you can't have your cake and eat it. You know. I find that a very silly saying, by the way. Who came up with that? You can't have your cake and eat it. It's my cake. What do you mean I can't have my cake and also eat it? So either I eat somebody else's cake, or I have my cake in front of me and I'm just staring at it. What is silly saying? Yeah, valid. You know what? Valid. Valid. The challenge is always refreshing. Always refreshing. I think that's why. I mean, other than just having a raw passion for racing cars and racing sims and cars in general, I think it's. Well, I mentioned. I remember years ago saying. I don't know whether it was on stream or I was having a conversation with someone, but the raw emotion or challenge of chasing tenths or even hundreds of a second through every corner, throughout every lap, is one of the things that I absolutely adore in those games. I'm going too fast, but I mean, we're about to go past the 110 anyway. Yeah, I'll slow down regardless. And like, I love playing TSW, but I think the times that I've gotten bored of it in the past, when I've sort of just put it down for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, has come from just it not. It's not a challenge. So I think there's only so much that I can play. And yes, I can turn the HUD off and do whatever, but that's just silly because I'm not going to learn the routes. That's a bit too far down the other end for me. But I don't even think that was what fueled my small flight simming experience. I think it was just that I found it very cool to be flying, but I didn't want to do it in such an arcade way. I'll never forget. I didn't even understand what assists I had on, and I remember doing a solo flight, like just in the world, like not in a mission or in a training module or anything. And then I specifically went into the settings and found all the things that seemed like assists and turned all of them off. And then tried to fly from City Airport to Luton Airport. Oh my god. The turbulence that I battled with was ridiculous. Whether it was turbulence, whether it was something else, I don't know. The plane was just uncontrollable. I managed to land it anyway. But Jesus Christ, was it a heck of a messy landing. And it was so different from the training modules that I had done. And I found that kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. I would rather have been trained in the game to fly at like maximum realism. The bill. Alright, Els, do your thing, my man. Yeah, I was on Flight Sim for a bit. I don't think I streamed it. I never streamed it, but I spent a decent amount of hours on it in my personal time, just flying in VR and doing all the training modules for the Cessna. Did a few solo flights. I did a couple of helicopter rides around London because, you know, the usual. You want to see what your house looks like in the game. So I did a bit of that as well. But yeah, I never like did long distance flights on stream. You know, like I wasn't playing it that way. That's similar to me, Els. Like the reason I played, I mean, I don't want to say I was fascinated by trucks, but I found them cool. Like they would catch my eye. But I was like a truck enthusiast. Like what drew me to Euro Truck was the fact that you could drive around the world. Not around the world, but you know, you could drive around Europe, and it was somewhat realistic, and it was in a truck. I found that so flipping cool. And even trains, like I've never been a super train enthusiast. Again, trains have always caught my eye, and I have had my favorites, but I've never been like a train nerd. And even before I tried Train Sim World 2. I touched Train Sim Classic in 2015 for a very short while, and it didn't run well on my PC at the time. So it put me off a little bit. But I did find it kind of cool that I was driving the train. I was King's Cross. It's just flight sim. Even ship simulator. Like, ships at sea. What interest do I have in boats? And yeah, like, but it's a simulator. It's realistic. You can do, like, a realistic operation. And it's kind of cool that it takes place on a boat or a ship. It's just flight sim. Planes are the one thing. Planes are the one thing that in the realms of simulation, I just never got into. I tell you what, I had, is it called 8? Oh man, there was a game I had on PS2 that was a war game. That was a plane game. It was called Ace something. It had Ace in the name. It was a PS2 game. I loved that. I used to even have dreams about playing that. I played it so much. Ace of Thunder? I don't know, man. Something. It had Ace in the name. I found that so sick. So sick. So there was something there. There was something there. But I just never fully explored it. Ace Combat. I'm sure it was Ace Combat. Yeah, it had to have been Ace Combat. I just remember it had Ace in the name. But it was sick, man. It was sick. I wasn't particularly good at it. I remember that much as well. But I really enjoyed it. I played a lot of it. Yeah, so Nabil's right. It is boring when you do long airline operations, Els. But see, for me, yeah, that's what's annoying for me. Is that's what's realistic. I would want to do, like, when we were talking about MSFS 2024, when we saw that there was going to be a career mode before the game released. I was saying that I wanted to do the cargo missions. What? Like, in terms of boring, that's as boring as you can get. But that's just what I like. Bro, I've got over 1,000 hours in Euro Truck. Like, I've spent over 1,000 hours driving trucks back and forth. Like, I don't know. I just like it. Like, this is, let's be honest, this is boring. If you're going to compare to games that are fun and exciting and action-packed, what are we doing here, boys? Like, what are we actually doing here? This is boring. But it's something about it. There's something about it that talks to us. Ships at sea. I'm gonna go back to that. Nabil, I'm gonna come to that. Don't worry. At some point, it's looking like 2026, but don't watch that. At some point, innit? Driving ships. It's boring, bro. The only sim that's not really boring, I'd say, is if you're like flying something exciting. In flight sim, like the jets, for example, or let's say you're playing DCS. DCS isn't boring. Sim racing is debatable because, like, it's exciting if you're a sim racer, but if you're not and you're looking at it from the outside, all you're seeing is cars go around the track and you're not really understanding what's going on, really, to a certain extent. Farming sim, let's not even talk about that. Even I'm staying away from. Even I'm staying away from farming sim, man. You're an F1. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to say I understand it, but I played F1 22, and I actually kind of enjoyed it, man. I'll keep it real. I actually kind of enjoyed it, but I haven't made any effort to play another F1 game. And I think that speaks for itself. Yo, can I make a call, please, bro? Okay. Yeah, Els, you do some crazy flights, bro. Like you'll do like the UK to like you'll do like Heathrow to LA and like crazy flights. You kind of you kind of bring it upon yourself, boss. But that's my point. That's what I would do. I'll keep it real. That's what I would do. What I would do it while my plane's flying and everything's on autopilot, I can't tell you. If I'm streaming, I'm having a chat with you boys. If I'm not, maybe I can watch a podcast or keep myself busy doing something. But then what's the point? Like the whole point of having the game on my computer is that I'm sitting at my computer playing the game. Playing SnowRun unlocked something in me. You know what? I do think about SnowRunner sometimes, you know. I do think about it. But it's just, you know what I mean? It's just, it's too late, man. I feel like it's too late. It's too late and there's just not enough hours in a day. See, that's the thing though, Bill. It wouldn't be a waste of time if I was streaming it. If I was streaming it, that's being productive. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of like, in a way, it's a form of work. If I'm not streaming it though, then I could, you know, like the podcasts I watch, I don't watch any podcasts that's like just talking bollocks. Like I watch podcasts that actually add value to me one way or another. So I could do that, but maybe I get bored of that as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Maybe I'll jump on multiplayer and try and learn how to do the ATC speech. I don't know. 1,001 hours on it. Congratulations, Sammy. Yeah, but Els, isn't it? Doesn't it bug you that you've got the game running, bro? Like you've got it to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But then you step away from the computer and you go and do like chores or you go and cook dinner or something. Like, doesn't that like bug you? Because I feel like it would bug me. I didn't even know Steam did that, bruv. What? Why else? Why is it, bro? This reminds me of when every app started to do stories. Like it was a Snapchat thing. Then Facebook started doing it. Instagram started doing it. Who else started doing it? There was another one. It was an X. Twitter never jumped on it, did they? But I'd never forget seeing stories on Instagram, and I just thought, whoa, what are we doing here? I know everyone wants to do this replay thing. It's a Spotify thing. I'm pretty sure though. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Train Sim World. It has to be. It has to be. There can literally be nothing else that it can be. What am I waiting for here? So you're stuck at a stop signal. You're stuck at a stop signal. I'm stuck at a stop signal. I don't believe there's anything coming from behind. No. Something could come here and cross over here and go there, but I don't think that's what's happening. Bro. Am I a dickhead? Am I a dickhead? I had the brakes on minimum, and I assumed that was too soft. I assumed that was too soft for the gradient, which was a 0.1% gradient, by the way. And the train didn't start rolling until after I started looking at the map. Honestly, that could be a blessing in disguise because I don't know whether we were stuck. I don't know whether there was a bug because all the trains seem to not be moving. I'm going to do my God mode thing and clear it because I'm not having that. I spent so much time on this to enjoy it, to sit and cruise with not much going on. Do you do online, Els? Like, do you talk to air traffic control? Where can I check, Nabil? How do I do that? Where would I go to find out that information? I'm telling you, I'm so certain that it's... I'm so certain that it's train sim mode. Store page banner. Okay, cool. I'm just going to sort this out and then I'll go and check it. Yeah, honestly, Sammy. Honestly, mate. The thing is, I need to go check. I need to check my engine INI. I think by default, or with Jetwash's INI, it's off. Checkpoints are off. But there were no checkpoints anyway. It's an end to end. There are no checkpoints in this. Like, how many objectives are there? There's the first... Wait. Complete current objective. That's 1. Okay, which would have been after the time loaded up. And then 2, which would have been you get to the destination. Yeah, that was it. That's it. So there wouldn't have even been anywhere to checkpoint. But yeah, like a random autosave somewhere would have been great. Alright, worst case scenario, it's just a tick. I don't really care for medals, although I'd like to see a medal, but it is what it is. Okay, while that loads, let's have a look. So what? Store. Okay, there's a banner. Okay, so I've played 27 games, 5 games more than last year. I've achieved 195 achievements. Okay, Tracer Mod 5, I assume, right? 19% of playtime. Crew not too far behind it. Surprisingly, OMSI. Even though I've got more sessions in OMSI, I've got less playtime. Whoa. Yeah, this seems about right. Open world, I guess, is there for the Kingdom Come Deliverance sessions, I would assume. Which I would have thought I played more than OMSI. I spent more time in. Simra was in the top 5. Okay, Chainsaw Mod 6, scarily enough, is 4th. Considering it came out a few months back. Yeah. KCD2. Wait, what? Are these in order? 7% of total playtime. Wow. I've played more TSW6 than KCD2. That's insane. Cyberpunk's not even anywhere to be seen. These are games I've played with a controller. Cyberpunk's nowhere to be seen. How? Was that this year? No, it wasn't this year. Was it this year I played through it? I played it between the end of last year and the beginning of this year. But January, yeah, so January, I had it at 18%. February, 22%. But yeah, first played... Oh, no, that's AC Evo. %7 Simbrel. I think this makes sense. I don't really see any surprises aside from KCD2. To be completely honest with you, 3% City car driving. What was I doing playing City? Oh, I remember. I'm surprised KCD2 hasn't made it to like the top 5. I'm shocked. All right, Sammy. The Real Valley made an appearance in July. And that was it, really. that was it. LMU came into play in August for me. That's when I came back to TSC apparently as well. I played more of it. Maybe that was last year. Played a ton of Motorfest in October. That makes sense. Played a ton of it as well, but nowhere near TSW6 in November. I'm surprised I've even played 11% of it so far. Cool, interesting. Very interesting to see. I don't know if there's any surprises. I think that makes sense for me. The one surprise is just the KCD2 not having played that much. That's the only thing that's surprised me a little bit. Aside from that, everything checks out. I'm not running real weather. No way. We didn't get any rain. We didn't get any fog. Crazy. Crazy. The hell is TOBTC2? What on earth is that? You Windows search menu, Windows search bar, yeah. Ay. Don't mess with my current one. Oh, the Crew 2. The Crew 2. I think when I stopped playing Motorfest, I feel like it had an effect on that as well. I do want to do it at some point. Am I doing something wrong with the Ebula? How's the Ebula meant to work? Or is it automatic? I want to test it. I want to test it. Leave it open. Let me leave this for a second. Let me just try like another German. Let me go Frankfurt S-Bahn. See if it loads there. There's some decisions, some things I've got to think about else with regards to work. So I can't say right now. If they're like night tube, then yeah, for sure. For sure. I was in a bit, but like I said, when I stopped playing, Motorfest, it sort of had a knock-on effect on that, like a domino effect on that. I still very much intend to. No real reason. There's not like one specific reason for why I don't play TCM as much. And it's not going to be forever. I definitely will come back to it. I think in terms of streams, I want to prioritize train stuff for the sake of consistency. I think playing so many games as like main games, I think maybe it's played a part in the channel falling off a little bit. So my idea is to focus on trains, and other things come secondary. Good frame rate. Bro. So I could literally have this a bit smaller. Do this. And have it just over the other one. Maybe it's a bit too small. That's so sick. Yeah, that's understandable. Although, soon, soon, bro. Fully functional Ebula in TSW, just like that. Oh, it will 100%, bro. And obviously, if you can have an Ethernet connection, that's like the main. That's like the main thing. Um, the new season has played a part in things not really running well, definitely, but I think the multiplayer gaming in general, I think the boundaries are going to continue being pushed. I am Els. I am. The situation is more based around, you know, I'm considering going full time. So before I do that, I would like to um just have a proper think about that, because it's going to be a decision that I won't be able to make any changes to for at least a whole year. So there's just some further things I've got to think about with regards to that, and based on the final sort of decision I make, that will decide sort of, okay, now I start taking the job kind of more seriously in terms of like climbing through the ranks and just like dedicating myself to it, going all out. Yeah. Oh, they do have the Red 363 here. Oh, but they've ruined it with the G6 again, man. They've ruined it with the G6 chilling. With this engine running just to make matters worse. Couple 140s. Wait, is this a... Oh, no, it's a 363. What 363 is this? What route is this from? Is this the... It's very detailed. TFL Adnan. What do you mean, Els, in terms of like steps up, like moving forwards? Yo, what are you doing that for? My camera just develops not my camera, but the tripod just develops an aneurysm sometimes. What are we doing here, boss? Surely not Nabil, right? With that level of detail. I thought about it because it's the only route that I know comes with a 363. I thought it was maybe something TSG had worked on, no? Yes, Els. So in terms of, yeah, specifically at station level, you go from customer service assistant to supervisor to manager, yeah. The separate 363 add-on. Oh, okay. So it's only DB red. Oh wow, okay. So it's just that it's been layered on a ton of times. Fair enough. More external managerial roles, less active at stations. Well, it's up to you, isn't it? Yes, you can go to, you can go towards that area, but it's completely up to you, man. Honestly, bro, genuinely, in terms of opportunities, pay, benefits, it's a no-brainer, bro. I'll be very honest with you. The only thing that I really, really, really dislike, is the fact that they have a set role, at least in terms of my role at stations. Your days change, your hours, your times change, the stations you work at change. And it depends where you are. Like some areas have like 5-6 stations. Some might only have 2 stations that you swap between, right? So it depends where you work as well. But if you're in an area of a lot of stations, you could be swapping between 5 stations. Like for what I personally like from what I would like from work is set days, set times, set location. Simple. Like when I used to be when I was working as a cleaning operative, bro, 6 days a week, the same 6 days a week, the same hours, 7 to 3. And I'm at the same location every time. That was incredible for me. Perfect. I'm a man of routine. I like routine. CSA, it's not like that at all. And oh my god, bro, I can't explain my gripe with that. I hate that so much. So much. But I may not really have much of a choice personally. Exactly. And that's why I said, that's why I mentioned if I go full time, dedicating myself, going all out, because that's what it is. And I hope it doesn't come to that, man. I got twins on the way, bro. Like I want to spend time with my family, with my kids, you know what I'm saying? So I hope it doesn't come to that, man. But yeah, so obviously it's what it is, really. And the build, it's tricky because I do hear what you're saying and I understand where you're coming from, but the job itself I actually don't mind, and ultimately it was my dream job for most of my life, if I'm gonna be completely honest. It's just that it comes with some caveats, you know. Like I enjoy, like I don't mind being there. I like helping people out. Don't mind the role at all. I just don't like the fact that I work nights. But the actual job itself is completely fine. When I would do overtime, it's completely fine, man. Be it busy, be it messy, be it calm and quiet. I didn't mind it at all. So it's just the caveats that it comes with. You know, think about that sometimes. I genuinely imagine, like, what if I just go back? Because I was killing it. I was the best person I ever worked with. I'll keep it real. I was the best person anyone around me ever worked with. I'll be very honest. I'll say that with full chest, full confidence, man. 100%. But you're not going backwards, man. God did not bring me this far for me to go back. Absolutely not. Yeah, Els, and I'll be honest with you, mate. I don't know how extreme it is. I've spoken to colleagues here and there, and I have a fair idea. But all in all, I can't say whether it's mad extreme or whether it's not. But ultimately, it's that. Do you get it? It's that. And so therefore your colleagues become your family and friends. Work becomes your life. How do you have a life around a job where one day you'll start at one time and another day you'll start another time? How? How do you? I mean, you could plan ahead because you'll see the whole thing up until it restarts. You'll see you'll know weeks in advance your days and times, which is good. That's nice. I like that. But even with that, how, man? How do you live like that? And thousands do it, so it's not impossible. It's more a personal thing. It's difficult for me, man. And hey, maybe if it does come to it, I get into it and I just get into the swing of things, and I find it great, maybe. But from here, exactly, exactly. That's it. And that's why my weekends, bro. All I do is weekends. I work 2 days: Friday night, Saturday nights. My guy, my weekends, bro. Finished, finished, man. Can't do anything, bro. Can't do anything, man. I'm tired all day. I'm thinking about work all day. You wake up late, so you know what I'm saying, there's not much you can do. The day's done. It's just, it's rough, man. It's rough. It's rough. Oh, and the bill, I don't want to imagine it, man. And that's why before I make the decision, I mean, there are other factors as well that will be an ultimate decider, but me myself, I wouldn't make that decision until after the twins come. So then I know what it's going to do to me, if it's something that I can do or not. Because right now I still feel like it's possible, but when they come, it might all change. Sorry. Why would he tease me like that? Why would he get me to break all the way and then change? It's a nuts life, bro. It's a nuts life. And I'm even thinking to myself, I would just do it, and the money that I'd be making from that, number one, it would, by God, we thank God, it would be great. It would do everything that I needed to do right now. But then I'd also be using that to invest, trading, investments, building businesses. It can't be a life I live forever, bro. It can't be a life I live until retirement. No, 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 no. I'll go as high as the sky, bro. I'll go to CEO of CFO. It can't be something I do for the rest of my life, man. Not with it needing that level of dedication. It's a lot to ask. Bro, neither do I. But that's the thing. I can only imagine, and not even to be rude, but just genuinely trying to piece the pieces together, that they don't have that. They don't have a life. They don't have. You can't have a life. You can't have a life. Work is your life, bro. You live for work. You wake up to work. Everything you do is for your work, bro. That's crazy to me, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. And I know for a lot of people it's calm, and that's cool. But for me, as someone who values, bro, the million, one of the most important things that rich people will say they get paid in is time. Time. Time, bro. You can't get it back. I can't imagine all the things I would miss that I would not get back, that I would not have the chance to get back or to experience again because I'm at work. It's scary, I won't lie. It's scary to think about. It's getting warm in here, man. I thought being in a shirt would help today, and it has, to be fair. Hasn't solved all my problems though. No way my PC can overheat in the winter with the window open. No chance. It can try. It can try. It's not impossible. Where's my... I like not having a green screen. I can just show you guys things, and the green screen won't the effect. Sorry, the green screen effect. It won't fight me every time. Els, you're gonna be here for the festive stream on Monday. I'm gonna go all out, man. I'm gonna go all out. I mean, look, let me not raise expectations too much, innit? It'll be festive. It'll be festive. That's it. Without setting expectations too high, it'll be cute. I'm doing a little festive stream on Monday, Nibble. It's gonna be request a route, little Christmas themed. No, not the mad thing. Not the mad thing. No. Never again, bro. Never again. I said that. I think. Never again. If I didn't say it before, I'm saying it now. But it will be officially like announced by DTG, innit? They're gonna announce like I assume ambassador streams and yeah. So it will be there. I'm assuming I would go out tomorrow. I mean, a bill. But I made some dollars. Do you get it? I did that, but I didn't do it for free. Anyone who says money doesn't talk is a liar. Money talks. Not what it was worth. I don't remember how much, but it wasn't worth. It wasn't the equivalent of what I did. Not at all. Listen, there's no way you would say, oh yeah, let me gift like, I don't know, the equivalent to like 100 quid in my pocket and say, yo, play MSFS right now, and I wouldn't play MSFS. Yeah, come on, man. Business. Get it? It's business. Got to be business orientated, man. Otherwise, you'll get left behind. It's either that, or I become a VTuber. I do my voice change into a girl's voice. and I give myself a female avatar, and then I let you guys be fooled. I'm afraid of how well I can probably play that role. So at least I think I'm taking the path of most decorum. Do you get it? The path of principle to a degree. You see, it's where it gets a bit complicated. That's kind of mad. Now, I wouldn't go that far personally. You know, there are money talks, but come on, you get it. There's levels. But can I deny? Oh my God. Let me land. Let me land. Let me land. Can I deny though that them girls aren't business oriented? Now, some will have principles that they will stick to. Some won't. Some will have rules they abide by. Some won't. At the end of the day, bro, I think the game's the game. You know, I think don't be influenced by others' lack of morals and lack of self-respect and decorum. But who am I to judge if, you know, we had different principles, you know? He without sin cast the first stone. I'm certainly not without sin. So each of their own, innit? But if you ask me, is it for me? Would I let my people do it? Or would I let my kids do it? If they're older, obviously. You're mad. You're mad. And that applies to a lot of other things as well that I'll stay quiet about, but there's no right price, Brody. You know the questions back in school, oh, would you do this for this amount of money? Would you do that for this amount of money? It's that kind of thing. And although I had some interesting answers back in the day that I won't really touch on right now, this with that specifically, yeah, I don't think there's a right price, man. I don't think there's a right price. As my answer always been, no, it depends on the question, innit? No, Nabil, I'm not trying to like hold it back. I'm trying to speak properly. Like I could have said gal earlier when he said when El said what about them girl flying to Dubai. I could have said, yo, see them gal. I could have said that, but I didn't. So like, I try to like manage my speech. But come on, man, I'm who I am, bro. I talk how I talk. In other words, it is what it is. No, but Els, let's be honest, bro. Has your answer always been no? Has your answer, bro? Hey, bro, look me in my eye. Has your answer ever been? Sorry, has it always been no? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Has your answer always been no? If I spat, I'm gonna bang out, bro. As a slap in emergency. Yeah, see, when you say how much now, now we're talking. Now we're talking. It's it's like if you man do it, I'll do it vibes. You get it? But also, el dinero es la motivación. So I don't know. I was very big on that as my motto in 2014. Wait, why am I logged out of Dovetail Live? I just never logged in. Hold on. The money is the motivation. That was like my, oh my god, bro. When I thought I was him, G. That was like, oh, look at that. I'm using the wrong background picture. Oh, no. When I was young, bro, that was my like, oh, I was so gassed, bro. And it was in Spanish as well. I'd always say it in Spanish. What? I thought I was the man. I was the man. I was the man. Yo, it's asking me to input my email and password, but how did you know I was logged out if you don't know my email and password? And you know what my thing is? Stupid, bro. It's being stupid. Hey, bro, in the build, hey, I won my wife like that. That's how it started. It started like that. You can ask her. You can ask her, bro. Ask her what was the first like communication between us. She'll tell you. She'll give you that emote. There's levels, bro. That was like my thing. I didn't spud you. I didn't say hi. I just gave you this, and you'd give it back. You would know to give it back. Good times, man. Luck. I don't deal with luck, boss man. Luck is not in my vocabulary. Blessed. I'm blessed, Achai. It's sad that the Ebula doesn't work for this route, man. I'll keep trying it. Just, just hoping, wishing. Look, just slap it there, man. Slap it right there. It's a shame. What have we got today? Let's release the brakes. I don't even know what we've got. What are we doing today? Just got a loco. Okay, we're gonna go and hook up. Do some coaches. Alright, bro. It's cool. Let's get moving, man. I'm just setting up the loco. There's no wagons to bleed out the air from. Nothing, no passengers to wait for. Let's go. Let's go, please. Please. Don't know if the wiper's doing anything or not. Okay, it is. Why are you LOLing? Some more varied journey mode runs, please. Even this is a little bit different to the usual. I mean, it's one extra step, but hey, it's different. Ah, I understand. That's how you identify yourself. No problem, bro. You do you, man. You do you. If you have any ideas for members only content, let me know, man. You have my ear. I was talking about it the other day on stream. Still haven't really had many ideas. I don't like that they make you go so far. I don't know whether it's regulations or if it's realistic or what, but they make you go so far beyond like the junction that you would need to cross or deciding that you need to go into. I mean, just in general, not even like specifically for like the specific people we have, but just in general. I know, for example, there are YouTubers who, for their members, do members only videos, but I don't really do many videos. I can do like early access, but it's not like people are climbing over each other to watch the videos I put out, you know? So, I mean, it could create like a sense of FOMO. I don't really know, man. Also, I don't know if I'm going to be doing my stream tomorrow. If I am, then maybe it starts at a different time. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I mean, what do you mean? It's just a time, isn't it? 2 p.m. that I used to do is specific. Any other time, any time I put down is specific. It's the whole point of having a schedule, isn't it? 11:30 specific. If you're gonna ask about the time specifically, why 11:30? Then because I'm doing the school runs now, so it's after the first school run, before the second one, and also my evenings are occupied at the moment, so I can't do it after the second school run. So this is the best time that I can do it. A school bus driver, huh? What are you talking about? Pissing me off. I mean, school bus driver, bruv. Evidently, by the numbers, you know, it's not the greatest time to stream. You know what? Let me do this properly, man. Let's do this properly. I never actually like. I'm stuck. Are you serious, bro? How is that still a thing, man? The whole point is that you're able to run around and walk around out of your cab. So how you would get stuck in the seat and you're doing nothing about it. Transport Legend, how you doing, mate? How is it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wonder how many thunderstorms in journey mode runs I've avoided since using this real weather mod. Nice one. You've got it going quicker than I did. I'm not gonna lie, boss. I could not get the hang of it. But now, put the cruise control on, max power, and I sit back. Are you in multiplayer? Are you online or single player? Also, I do have some videos where I drive. There's a video where I drive the Pendolino, a video where I drive the Trax, a video where I drive, I believe, the Elf. So you can always look there. Should be in my Simroll playlist. That's what the handle's there for, Nabil. So that when you turn the thing off, the wipers off, they don't stay in the middle. But I'm going to need them anyway. Simro's the GOAT. Simro is the GOAT in many aspects. And I'm looking forward to going back on it once they sort out the vegetation. If only the developers could have Simro be like their #1 product, I feel like we would have a different game on our hands. Even as good as it is now, I feel like it would be so much better. But you can't have it as an afterthought and expect it to be good at the same time. There's a switch on modern trains set it to P. Yes, there is, Nabil. This isn't a modern train. I don't expect you to watch all of them, Transport Legend, because all of them are several hours long, bar the Elf run. But, you know, in terms of like just operating the train, you'll have everything you need there. In terms of like stopping, getting going again. I will say though, in terms of like keybinds, I've binded a few bits and bobs to make it similar to TSW. My cruise control, braking and braking I've left. I think acceleration and reverser I've also bound, but the braking I've left on the numpad. I quite like it actually on the numpad, I'll be honest. Oh yeah, absolutely, Transport Legend. You know, definitely not because I've been there and I know what you're talking about, but yeah, absolutely, 100%. The Q&A, honestly, Nabil, I'm surprised they let people talk. I'm not gonna lie, because I would have been worried that everyone was gonna start trolling and just saying like rubbish. So I'm not gonna lie, respect for actually like trusting the community and shout out to the community for like being respectful. All in all, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I like it. It's open. It's not easy for a developer to come out and do that, especially, dovetail with all the backlash that they get. So I'll keep it real, bro. I'm a fan of it, man. I'm a fan of it. I'm not gonna make an effort to watch every single one from start to finish, but like them doing it, and like Matt himself being there, that's crazy, man. That's a sick way to like connect with the community. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? As funny as that is, yeah, it's a good sign. Like it's a good sign. Like it wasn't ignored, and not only did just one person, it wasn't like a Sam type of person that responded to it. Like they actually all made an effort to respond to it, whether they knew that you were trolling or not, which I highly suspect that I would think you were. They didn't seem to. But again, I respect the fact that they responded, didn't it? Honestly, Transport Legend these days, boss man, it's too quiet to be Carnage. Even when it was a bit busy, it wasn't that bad. It's quiet nowadays, man. It's quiet. You should be alright. I think the few people who are still playing know what they're doing. Yeah. Basically what Nabil said. It's all good to use voice chat and, you know, talk to dispatchers or talk to train drivers, etc. How much that happens, I assume not much these days. But you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Just be wary if you are going to try and dispatch and you know that you're just learning and you're gonna mess up a little bit, to maybe go to a quieter server so that you won't affect anyone. Wow. On EN1, Nabil? Or whether it's called INT1 or whatever. Nah, well, you will if you go into the Polish server, Transport Legend. You definitely will if you go to a Polish server, mate. They don't mess around. So as long as you're not in the Polish server, you'll be alright. But you've got no reason to be there, considering I assume you don't talk a lick of Polish. Oh, rough, man. On a weekend as well. It's rough. They need to, bro. They fumbled, man. Like, they have a very good product on their hands. A very good, very promising, very solid foundation. They're doing nothing with it. Nothing with it, man. It's a shame. Shout out to the few, like, really dedicated ones who are still there and doing their thing. But it's going to take a lot more than just them. It's going to take a lot more than just them. Hello, Dommy. How you doing, mate? This route is cool. I like it. I like it. It has its flaws, as is the case with every TSW route. But I personally enjoy it. And I've enjoyed it genuinely since I first got access to it. I've enjoyed it. Now, my version of enjoying, when I say I am enjoying something in TSW, I just mean that I don't find it super boring and I can play it off stream without needing to watch a podcast to keep me awake. Also, I don't know if you know, Dommy, there is an Ebula mod now, which you don't need to like do any files for. Like, for the routes that it supports, it will give you an Ebula. Very cool. Very, very cool thing. Oh, Nabil, bro, I can't believe how good the weather can be in this game. After what I've seen after I installed the mod, it's ridiculous how crap dynamic weather is in this game. It makes the weather system look so trash. It genuinely makes the weather system look trash. But it's actually very cool. Very, very, very cool. And it's just cool to know in the back of your mind as well that you're driving in real conditions at this time, at this date, in real life as well. Transport Legend, Simro's been dying since maybe last April. Last April was when they released the cargo pack, the wagons, the tankers, and the ET22 logo. And that was when I did my 11-hour stream, and there was a ton of players. It was great. It was really great. And then there was just such a severe lack of content, be it the trains themselves, locations. They've been working on a German and an American route for the best part of like 3 years at this point. And it's just sort of gone quieter and quieter and quieter. And don't get me wrong, nothing's changed with the quality of the game. Aside from 1 or 2 bugs that are quite annoying, the core game is still the core game. It still is what attracted so many people. But there was just no development, you know, like ETS2. ETS2 is great as it is, right? But imagine ETS2 never received DLCs. Imagine it never received the map DLCs. Never introduced the real brands, new trucks. The ETS2 would have died out. And it still is what it is when it first came out. The core is still the same, but it's just had things added onto it. And that's all Simro needs to be the, not like beyond #1 train simulation. I'll be very honest. Busy with school, mostly free right now since tomorrow's the last day for vacation. Nice one, Domi. Any plans for your vacation? Finally, Ebula. Yeah, I'll even show it to you. So it's part of this mod. It's part of the passenger announcements mod. And you literally click Ebula, and then it just comes up on your screen. And it would, with the routes that it supports, and I'm assuming over time there'd be more route support, it would automatically display and automatically move. I haven't seen it move, but I've seen it automatically display. So I assume it would automatically move as well. And you can, there's a way to, like, on Windows, permanently have something, have a window on top of the game, and you're good to go, man. What would we do without modders, man? Probably not play the game, in all honesty. Yeah, Cargo Pack was 2024. Yeah, but bro, did the VOD release bring in as many players and as much hype as the Cargo Pack did? I think if we look at the statistics in terms of player numbers, the VOD release brought in nowhere near as many plays as the Cargo Pack. Like, for me, in terms of my lifespan of that game, of playing that game, that was the peak. The Cargo Pack was the peak of the game. Going to Spain for the 25th. Nice one, Domi. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy the good food. Maybe a bit of good wine. Have a safe journey, man. So, Transport Legends, the team behind it have a lot bigger endeavors that they are involved in. A lot more serious stuff than a simulation game. I don't see how they will leave that and tend to the game the way it needs to in order for it to become as popular as it was and even beyond that. I hope that somehow it can be done and that it will be done. But am I hopeful of it happening? Not really, man. I'll be honest. Yeah, good times, man. Honestly, those are good times. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun in Simro. I've had so much fun on that game. But yeah, man, I have tried to come back to it once or twice on stream as well. And it just... Oh, come on, phone. Let's get my controller while I fix this. It's not the phone really. It's a tripod. Let's turn it off. Turn it back on again. The classic. You're gonna try it today, yeah? Let me know how it goes, man. Let me know how it goes. Try and get into it like unbiasedly as well. Don't go into it thinking, yeah, this is gonna be dead. Give it a chance. I don't know if there's any word on when exactly that update's gonna come that's gonna refresh the foliage. But I don't think I'll be playing until that happens. Because even that at the end of the day is not guaranteed to reel me back into the game, you know? It definitely won't be enough for the nighttime runs with that bug still in the game. Transport Legends, so they've been working on it for a while, and they even showed images of their progress. But yeah, ultimately, something's not in the game, you know, not actively in the game, then it doesn't really matter where in testing it is. So yeah, that's a bit of a flaw as well. But it should come at some point. So should the Germany route though, and so should the American route. Wonder how many more years it will be. Right, let's not panic at the very last minute with the emergency brakes. Transport Legend, some runs in the game, mate, touch or almost touch 5 hours. I think there is one freight run in multiplayer that's 5 hours long. The CEO of what? Simco in a bill? Why does go their priority? I mean, bro, let's be honest, man. I don't know what the priority is in-house. Like, behind the scenes. I don't know what their priorities are, man. Remember when they said that they were going to release regular fixes after the VOD update? There's going to be regular updates, regular fixes. What happened to that? They did it for a short while and then nothing. Transport Legend, that's literally the biggest reason I've stepped away from the game. And that's why I keep saying that I'll come back once they update that, because there apparently is an update to that where they'll implement like different types of foliage. And so if the areas start looking different again, well, I say again, they never did. If places start looking different from each other and I can tell, oh, I'm in this place and then I'm in that place, then maybe I'll come back. But for now, it doesn't look to be the case. I'm looking at time. Okay. Continue working with what I've got here. It slaps me in the G6. Okay. Okay, if you insist. Don't even remember how to drive this. Barely. To be completely honest with you. Barely. No, Pizza B stays off, right? It's just Sifa. Just put a hat on. No, I'm just gonna use the train brake. Yeah, Transport Legends. I mean, look, listen. There are some simulation enthusiasts that would absolutely, do the 4 hours, 5 hours. I mean, I did it. There's a video of my tracks run. I did the full run in the tracks in multiplayer, and that took 3 hours or so. But it's one of those things where if you're gonna put the time in, you'd want it to be a bit worth your while, you know. And you do feel like you've really travelled. I'll give that to Simra. With those lengths, you really do feel like you've actually gone somewhere. A feeling that you don't really get too often from TSW. But ultimately, again, you want it to be in a way that's sort of like fun, where your locations, your start and end point, actually look a bit different from each other. Was that because of Sifa? It just came on though, didn't it? The light had just come on. I was watching it. The one underneath it was illuminated for a while. Another run from Warsaw to Krakow. Never again. Glad delete Omnigo. What? Why? Yeah, honestly, Transport Legend. Every time I see like a route be announced, and the length is, what it is, aside from the recent Trent Valley announcement, my reaction is the same, man. Always like, come on, man. No surprise there, to be honest. Are we going to be behind the freight service the whole way through? Yeah, I mean, it was like that for a while. It was like that for a while, even before you deleted it. Yeah, for me personally, I'll be honest, bro. If the game ran for me like silky smooth, I'd have no problem playing it. I can't enjoy it, man. The stuttering, the lag, it's not fun. You know what I'm saying? It makes something that should be fun not fun. And I don't want to hate playing boss games because of that experience. I'm not even surprised. That's literally the nature of OMSI. I'm sure I'll give it a go again soon, just to try it. I mean, you've seen the streams, man, and the fact that we went as far as uninstalling the game and only installing what was necessary. and I was still dealing with those issues, it's not good enough, man. Oh, what's going on, man? I've turned this thing off and turned it back on again and it's still bugging out. Come on. Some days it will be completely fine. Other days it will just start behaving of its own accord. What are we doing here, man? Bro, a lot of things can be fixed. So let's not even play games. A lot of things can be fixed. So annoying that the red doesn't line up with the bars. You see how now I know where the destination light is. I haven't driven the cab car. There was a little update today to the game. I've got no idea what it did, what it was for. Oh yeah, I haven't got PZB on. That's going to be interesting. Not getting into the habit of acknowledging. That's not it though, right? Like, as in, that's not the only thing. Nah, surely not. That can't be it by itself. That is the core update. And it's got 5 likes on it. That's the core update. Cool. No. What, do you send it to me on Discord? No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Let me take a look now. No, when did you send it to me? It's not. You're not on Discord, did you? There's nothing on Discord for me. Just what I've responded to already. Bro, I did not see that at all. It didn't load for me. I think, what was I? It would have been, it would have been yesterday. Very negative for a game that's released 6 days ago. Rough. Very, very rough. Very rough. Typical, man. Typical. And yet somehow it will bring in enough, it will generate enough revenue for them to keep them in business for another 20, 30 years. It's one thing to do that when there are no other simulation games, and so anything you put out, people are going to like it and people are going to buy it and people are going to play it. But in this day and age, still be putting out the same type of slop that they were putting out 10, 15 years ago. How they're still about, I actually don't know. Thank you, Will, for the heart. Thank you for liking the live as well. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you for the roses as well, legend. Appreciate you. Aerosoft has been an experiment since day one. Since day one. There's no other explanation for it. There's no other explanation for it. The whole company is an experiment at this point. Thank you for the gifts, Will, my man. Appreciate you. Have you heard back at all? Or is that the last thing that you heard from them? It's not going anywhere, bro. It's gonna be it's gonna be like the other situation. It's gonna be just like the other situation. That's not going anywhere, bro. Sorry. I can't judge the customer support. I've never experienced their customer service, but knowing the company, I know what I need to know. It just came back to me. I just got the reference. I want to add to it, but I don't at the same time, you know? I have to be careful. Cool. Nice. That's all I'll say. I guess not, man. I guess not. On here? Oh. Oh, we're picking up some speed at last. I'm gonna leave the Ebula just open. I'm not gonna close it. Hello? Hello? Just in case, you know. Just in case. It sounds like it's limiting itself, but I've got the gear set to long distance. So it shouldn't be if it is. I know we're in an incline, which could be slowing us down, but it sounds as if it's limiting itself. Bro, so it should. I'm not gonna lie. So it should. Gotta be proud of it, man. You're gonna be representing it. You gotta do it with pride. And you gotta be proud of yourself too, cause that's you, bro. That's you, bro. Let's get the original. That's all you, boss. You get it? That's you. That's an achievement. Is it? They better taste good, bro. They better taste good. It's a taste of what's to come. That's me and my puns. I'm a punny guy. You made them mad. No, no, no. Maybe that's how things go in Germany, bro. I'll be honest, G. In this country, they will tell you they will get into contact with you. Say like you've done an interview, for example, or you went to do a test for a company. They will tell you, we will contact you, whether you get the position or not. We will contact you, and they won't contact you. At least with them, you decline them. So it's like, it is what it is. Here, bro, it's just it's chaos. Southwestern Rail, bro. Southwestern Rail. I went all the way to Southampton. They paid for my travel. All the way to Southampton. Done all their tests, and I was so confident that I did well. They said I would hear back from them. Well, no matter how it went, I would hear back. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. No, there's no need, bro. That's just how things go here. It's just how things go. If you didn't get the position, you're not hearing back, no matter what they tell you, because they're not the only ones that have told me that. Where I've gotten to a certain step. It wasn't just like I just applied and I didn't hear back. It was like I got past some steps, you know. And yeah, if you don't get the thing, you just won't hear back. And don't get me wrong, there are companies that I have heard back from that said, you know, unfortunately you didn't get it. But there are also just like enough others that you sort of just expect it. If you really want to pursue something, you can, you know, call the company and ask, you know, if it's like a dream job or if it's something that you want so badly or something that you really need. But it's probably going to be the same. Bro, it's just it's the UK, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just the UK. I don't know whether it's London by itself, but yeah. Welcome back, Hells. So Nabil, for a journey like this, should I have turned PZB on? Considering I'm doing mainline running. Oh, that's a good question. Maybe Great Western Railway. Maybe. Alright, Nabil, I'll bear that in mind for future runs. Yeah. Because I feel like Great Western Railway, like there has where their trains travel have so many like great views and things. Like there'd be things to see. I think. I don't know. Like I don't know, man. I'd need to like have really travelled on them. The only one I've really travelled on, like for a proper long distance journey, was Avanti, and that was once just going to Birmingham. So I don't know. I'm speaking from like a very limited scope. Who would you drive for? Seeing as you're disgusted by my response. I don't even know for Shantae. Well, to be fair, Nabil, I would judge it by the distance to the destination that I'm going to. Like I think at the beginning, this one said 8 kilometers, so that one is an indicator that okay, it's gonna be a proper run, you know. I've only just driven 66 kilometers of this with this loco. Would I be right in calling this a loco, or would it be shunter? Great Northern. See? Okay, Thameslink. Okay, Thameslink is actually not a bad shout. But Great Northern, bro, I see them trains in Finsbury Park. When I used to do, mostly when I used to do my athletics there all those years ago. So I know they go around, they're in the Finsbury Park area. Aside from that, bro, I don't know where them trains go to and from. I'm not going to lie. I've got no idea. That's my dilemma. Hello, Salam. How you doing, mate? No worries, mate. Okay, so you'd call it a shunter. Cheers, boys. May have taken off the throttle a bit too prematurely. 717. I don't know if I've seen a 717 in person. I think I have more UK mainline knowledge from Train Sim World than reality. Oh, nice one, Salam. Yeah, I remember. You were on a loco. A Steam loco, right? Slow acceleration. I mean, if it's got comfort and, you know, a decent level of luxury. The old 313. Really? Well, like the one that we have on East Coastway as a DLC in the game. Yeah, Nabil, you have to push, bro. Otherwise, there'll be nothing. Nice one, Sam. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I drove Steam recently again on Train Sim Classic, which I believe should be a bit more challenging than on here on Train Sim World. I think I did okay. I should be playing it tomorrow as well. Whether I'm going to be driving Steam or not, I don't know. But I will be doing the routes for tomorrow and Saturday's streams. So I'm assuming you used to travel on them L's when you were younger. I didn't know of them, bros, before TSW. I won't even lie to you. 107 years old, wow. And it's still going strong. They don't build them like they used to, eh? I saw a picture of a crash today on Instagram. Or like a modern day Kia crashing to the back of like a old school body on frame Cadillac or Chrysler, one of them. And the Cadillac just had zero damage, no damage at all, while the Kia that crashed into it was completely crumbled at the front. Cool. Got just under half an hour. Probably time for one more decent run. I was not from London. No, it's debatable. I just want to know where this 313 activity took place. Because it's already sus. Oh, happy belated, Slime. Happy belated birthday, my man. Well, in Golden City to Moorgate. They had 313s running. You're posh. That just sounds super posh. Okay, I'll try and do these two together. If we can. Bro, Wellwind Garden City. Listen to it. Listen to it. Look at the spelling of it. Wellwind Garden. You're telling me that's not posh. That sounds so posh, bro. You're not tricking me. In BR, in Brazil, Slime. Els, you got to stick like a picture. You got to stick a picture in the Discord or something, bro. Because it's not looking good right now. What's bro doing in Garden City? It just, bro, it sounds like the poshest place ever. I only know it from Train Sim Classic. It was when I was playing Train Sim Classic for a bit when I tried it in 2015. and yeah, it was the route. I mentioned King's Cross. That was where it went to. It's like a first livery. I don't know exactly what the line was, what the surface was. I just remember that it had something to do with Garden City. Oh, you were in the UK, Slime, like actual BRBR. Yeah, I can't imagine the noise, the smell, the smoke. An experience that, is never going to be had again. You got violated. I didn't even get to see the link. Usually I'll see the link. This time I didn't even see it. Nah, but done you wrong, man. Thank you, no, but it's a video. What was it? Video evidence. Post it on the Discord, bro. I'm not gonna see that now. But I'll take a look at it after, and then we'll see whether there's some truth in these claims. Are you sure you're not a Brighton boy? You didn't come to London for a better life. Only diesel I drove is three different classes. Which ones did you get to drive, Slime? See, I'm not sure about this one, Nabil. It's 1.1 kilometers, and then it's a bunch of uncoupling. I'll turn on CIFA. I'm not going to do anything about... Why are we not going anywhere? I'll turn on CIFA, but I'm not too sure about PZB. Class 47s, Class 08s, Class 52s. Nice. Class 2s are your favorite. It was called Westerns, yes. That I know from the forums. Oh, I was a West boy. They were my bits. Els, I'm a West boy, bro. Well, I don't know where I am now. But, born and bred West, bro. All we had was District Line. All we had was District Line and Piccadilly Line, bro. That was it. That's all I knew. I have a feeling Els was from Cambridge. It's starting to add up, It's starting to add up. Are you dumb? Okay, look, Piccadilly Line's a bit stiff, innit? I'm not even going to lie to you. But old school D-stock, bro. Nothing like it. And Piccadilly Line's always been solid. You can't even hate on a Piccadilly Line. It's been solid to this day. Anything else is just hater speech. All the 52s were given 2-word names. The first word being Western, and thus the site became known. So people just didn't bother with the last name, basically. Interesting. I believe the son I drove is a preserved one. The 1015. And is that the preserved one? Longest train route for no reason. And I won't lie, it's annoying, bro, because it's as long as, like, the least they could do with it being as long as it is make it fast. It wasn't fast with the old trains, and it's not fast with these new ones. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't even really defend the district line that much, because it don't really make sense. It don't really make sense at all. The least they could do was make it fast. ASR, how you doing, boss man? I'm doing very well, thank you, mate. Surely the Piccadilly line is one no one wants. Nah. This ain't goes to Heathrow, bro. This ain't goes to Heathrow. In chrome slime, what? As in, like, they've given it a chrome wrap? Nah, Piccadilly line's goated, bro. And it used to always beat the district line in the races, because they run side by side for a while. It used to be lit sitting in the Piccadilly train. Thank you yourself for the prime. Appreciate you, boss man. There you go. Wake it up a little bit.
Early Christmas present. At last, I managed to get into your stream without being less than 5 minutes late to you ending it lol.
You're not super far away. You're not super far away. We're getting there. But hey, it's definitely better than, 20 minutes is better than 5. For sure. Why are you sliding, bro? It's not that deep. It's actually not that deep. I can also just do this. That is an option as well. What do I think of the season of reveals announcements? Overall, well, definitely better than last year, eh? Definitely better than last year. Overall, pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty cool overall. I'm happy with it. Several routes that I'm actually looking forward to. The Trent Valley one, the Medway Valley one. Steam back in the game is quite cool. The one line people are disappointed to get when they get signed one to drive. Really? Really? Why? So now should be doing local passenger runs from 2003 to 2024. Are you sure she hasn't been doing like rail tours, right? I assume. The real seasons of reveals begins today at 6. What are they showing? Are they actually revealing things? 55 likes, mad. Which one was it again, the build? The Nordic Horizons one. Yeah. They'll show stuff every year. Thank you for the posture check, Slam, I think. Okay, yeah, there was a bit of improvement to be done. Don't know about the Clash 365. I don't know. Sorry, I missed your previous message about it as well. No. Is it the one that's going to be on like the new line that they're talking about, or is it completely separate? Gee, I've been saying this. I've been saying this. What do you mean you just clocked? This is not new information. This is absolutely not new information. It baffles me that I can drive all these trains on here, bro. I just pick it up the way I do. It doesn't really make sense. I'm a car guy first before trains. Veteran, you're lying to yourself, bro. That's a devil whispering in your ear. Full West Coast Mainline TSW before Ebula is crazy. Yeah. Well, a modder bringing Ebula to the game before TSW has it officially is also crazy. What's crazy about that mod is its focus on passenger announcements, and yet it's got Ebula for German routes, and it has the Dutch equivalent for the Dutch route. How is my logo, my chanta under the text on the map? What are we doing here? Not much of a car guy according to the schedule. Bro, you're putting me between a rock and a hard place, Erk. If I become a sim racing channel, what will become of the channel? Would be interesting to know, actually. Oh yeah, Slime. Yeah, yeah. O8s are still very much active. I haven't seen any in the London area, but I did see one when I was on my way to Southampton. Some kind of sector of investments. Don't know what you're talking about. Nabil only has one valid answer to your question, Els. Nabil, there's only one answer there. 14 minutes. It's gonna take me off my timing. Stupid guy. I find it cute that we used to give trains names, like actual names. That was when the UK was the UK, you know. Give me something super short, game. Give me something very, very short. Where's that thing they have? Quick play. Give me something very, 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 very short. Yeah, but boats have always had names. How long? I don't know how long this is meant to be. Is this Blackpool branches? It is. Nah. I don't know how long this is going to be. There's no point in me going for it and then not finishing it. It's going to annoy me. I haven't been on here for a while, though. Talking of 08's slime. Here's a familiar sight for you. I do like the audio. Like, the sounds of the seagulls. Like, I understand we're by the seaside, but, like, it feels like it, you know? Is this going to be a train spotting stream? My thoughts on crypto. This is the time to buy, boss man. Not financial advice. Yeah, no, Bill, let's not even go there, boss. Let's not even talk about it. It does well, though. It seems to do well. Why has it got an end of train display at the front? What's dollar cost averaging? I know it's defo trade speak, but I don't know what it means. It depends where you're dispatching though, ASR. If we're dispatching where it's like crazy busy, then you cannot train spot and be productive at the same time. No chance. There was a pacer somewhere. Passive income. Oh, you mean like oh, okay, okay. I mean, that's even wiser, boss. Would be great if it told you what train is that for. What was the whistle for? Nothing else here. I should really be train spotting in the timetable as opposed to like in the middle of a scenario where things are going to be done in a specific way for the scenario. What would be a good place to train spot? Frankfurt? Frankfurt S-Bahn? How's Solana be doing? XRP has been doing me up the behind. I'm only holding XRP and Shiba Inu. Yeah, everything's going down at the moment. Yeah. It could go down further. There are some predictions that Bitcoin could go down to 74K, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Nabil, no. The TSS drama is interesting. I haven't been following it very much. I've stayed out of it. Ultimately, he said some ambassadors, and then went on to say what he said. If I'm thinking of the right thing, but even if he said all of us and made the criticism he made, I don't even. I mean, do I care? I think maybe I care a little bit, but not enough to respond in any way. What's up with this one carriage? Huh? Okay. New graffiti technique. I mean, it would be a hell of a job. Should do it with my controller in it for smoother camera work. Oh my god. Not when I'm zoomed in. Nah, not when I'm zoomed in, doesn't work. It's so far away the textures haven't even loaded. Or am I just getting blurry textures on PC? I think I can hear a train underground. Random people in the TSA Discord backing up ambassadors. Absolutely zero benefit. I mean, if they're talking facts, then they're talking facts. Do you get it? By all means, defend me. Like, if somebody comes against me, defend me. If you know that what they're saying is untrue. I don't see anything wrong with that. But if it's just like, if it's very obviously simply nothing but glazing, then that's a whole different matter. What would I need to do to see that map, ASR? I can give it a try before I leave. didn't do too much spotting, but there's also not too much happening. It's Frankfurt Main, 8:30 in the morning. What's going on? Should be trains like non-stop, no? Frankfurt could never be London Victoria, man. Could never be London Victoria. I'm wrapping it up now in a bit. I'm going to see this thing on the Stuttgart DLC, and then I'm going to call it there. Kayan, Train Sim World 6. What is that a comment on? That was a scary sound. Wait, what? There's a map inside a map. Wait, what? It's got its own map. That's so sick. Right, what ribbons do I select, ASR? Extras. Show all ribbons on route map. Applied to pause menu route map. Thank you. Bye-bye. There's bits and pieces here. Some signals over there where trains spawn in. Oh, wait. Where is it? Ah. So I mean, I wouldn't even know what to like look for, to be honest with you. Oh, snap. Hello. Why do you have to like hack your way onto this map? Pause menu, then map, and then you press M on the map. Ridiculous. It's literally like a hack in the mainframe. Simply look at the map. Right, well, I mean, you know, I don't know what you're looking for, but it does seem not too dissimilar to the normal map. All right, well, I'm gonna end it there. Let's see who else is streaming the game that I can send you to. I don't think I'll be able to, Nabil. Couldn't find channel based on my filters. Huh? Am I the only person streaming TSW6 right now? I am. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just leave it there then. You can get you can get a further fuel for your TSW addiction from my YouTube channel, LWD Adnan on YouTube. Until tomorrow, expect a change of time but I'll confirm it in the Discord. Also, shout out, there'll be a cute little festive stream on Monday, 22nd, but I'll also put it on the Discord. Me and an Adidas ad are streaming TSW6. Fantastic. Thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe. Health is wealth. Peace out.